Welcome to Common Entrance Math and QR class. We are still on the 2022 Mathematics Past Question. This is number 21. Number 21. Evaluate 2 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6 divided by 2 over 3. 2 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6 divided by 2 over 3. Remember, you have more than one operation here, more than one sign, so you must follow your order of operation. Alright? Common board mass. Please, if don't waste your time on the argument around board mass. Alright? Okay, what is important is that you know that when you're doing your calculations, it must follow a particular order. And I tell you that board mass is very relevant. What I'm trying to say is that some people will tell you that it's no longer board mass, it's bed mass, it's this and that. Okay? For us in the primary school, board mass remain relevant. Okay? Very relevant. Okay, we have the bracket, the of, okay? And the argument is around this guy that is not supposed to be off, that is supposed to be order or things like that. Okay, please don't mind that. For primary school, board mass remain relevant. Okay, when you get to higher classes, you can listen to whichever argument. So that's bracket. This of, this is division, and this is multiplication. This is addition. And the last thing you do is subtraction. Alright? So this is what we're trying to say. That whenever you're faced with any question in mathematics, expression or equation, expression that you have more than one sign, right? More than one operation, you have to take note of the order of operations. Alright? Take note of what you're to do first and what you're to consider second or third. Alright? So in this case, we have multiplication, we have addition, we have division. So you go back here and check, which one am I to do first? The first thing is bracket of division. So the next relevant thing here is division. So this is the first thing I'm going to do in my evaluation. So you come back here and check the pair that has division between them. Right? So I can write the remaining guys as they are. 2 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus, I'll leave it as it is, and I will deal with these two guys. Okay? Okay? So now, division of fractions. Remember in one of in one of the questions we have solved, we came across division of fraction, and remember what we did? We did keep, change, and flip. Keep, change, and flip. Keep, change, and flip. Okay, so you keep the first fraction as it is, you change the sign, alright, then you flip the fraction after the sign, right? So instead of 2 over 3, we turn it upside down, you have 3 over 2. Alright, so in this case we no longer have the division, now we have multiplication. The next thing after division is multiplication. Alright? Okay, so in our question we have multiplication here and we also have it here. So that means we can take this pair and also take this pair. Alright? Put it in brackets. Okay? Put it in brackets. So we have two pairs of multiplication. Okay, so we can do them simultaneously. We'll check if there is anything in the numerator that can divide something in the denominator, right, so that we can simplify it. So here we find that 3 can divide 3. So 3 goes there 1, 3 here is 1. I think 2 and 4, 2, right, so 2 goes there 1, 2 in 4, 2. In the other multiplication pair, 5 and 2 do not have common factors, so nothing can divide them. Neither 5 and 6, okay? But we have 3 and 6. So 3 here is 1, and 3 in 6 is 2, okay? Alright, so let's see, what do we have left in this bracket? 1 times 1 is 1. And here 1 times 2 is 2. Plus, here we have 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 times 2 is 4. So we are left with 1 over 2 plus 5 over 4. Addition of fractions, so many methods you could use. Okay, the LCM method, the equivalent fraction method, and so many other methods, alright? So let's see the method we use. Let's take the LCM method. What is the LCM of 2 and 4? The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4, because 2 can divide 4. So once, if you're looking for the LCM of two numbers, and one can divide the other, so the bigger one is the LCM. Don't forget that. So looking for LCM of two numbers, say 2 and 4, and you discover that 2 can divide 4, then 4 is the LCM, because LCM is the number in which the factors can divide. Okay, so if I'm looking for LCM of 2 and 4, I'm looking for a number that 4 can divide without a remainder, 2 can also divide without a remainder. The smallest number that two of them can divide without a remainder, and in this case the LCM is 4. Okay, if you have bigger numbers, you know how to do your prime factorization. Okay, so let's move on. Once we have that, we divide the LCM by the first denominator. So 4 divided by 2, or 2 divided 4, the answer is 2. Then we multiply the numerator. So 2 times 1, 2. 4 divided 4, the answer is 1. Then 1 times the numerator is 5. Okay, so 2 plus 5 is 7 over 4. Most times we don't leave our answer in improper fraction, so you have to convert it to mixed numbers. So how do you do that? How many 4s are there in 7? You have only 1. Remainder what? Remainder 3 over 4. So the answer is 1 3/4. 1 number 3 over 4. If you're doing this in exam situation, you have to be as fast as possible, and you can do that with practice. Okay? The more you practice, the faster you become. Alright, thank you. Let's do a recap. We have 2 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6 divided by 2 over 3. And we said that in this expression that we are to evaluate or simplify, we have more than one operation. In fact, we have 3 different operations. You have multiplication, you have addition, and you have division. We say in this kind of situation, we remember bod mass. You must remember your bod mass. You can't just do it anyhow you like. If you do it anyhow, you will never get the answer. So you have to follow the order of operation, which we have in the acronym bod mass. Alright, we check if there is a bracket. That's the first thing we do. If there is none, the next thing should be off. Check if there is off. Alright, if there is none, check if there is division. If there is division, that should be the next thing to do before you consider multiplication and addition and subtraction. So in this case, the first thing we discover we need to do is division. Alright, and with our procedure of doing division of fractions, we do keep change flip, and at the end we're able to change the division to multiplication. Alright, and in our next step we discovered that we have 2 pairs of multiplication, and we did that simultaneously. Right, in the first pair we got 1 over 2, in the second pair we got 5 over 4, and the last operation after multiplication is addition. Alright, and we did 1 over 2 plus 5 over 4, and that gave us 2 plus 5 over 4, which is 7 over 4, and we converted it to improper mixed numbers. We have 1 number 3 over 4. Like I said, we could also use the equivalent fraction method here. You can just change this to an equivalent of fraction with the denominator 4. So 1 over 2 could also be written as, to make this 4, we just multiply by 2. So this becomes 2 over 4 plus 5 over 4. So since they are of the same family, so we just do 2 plus 5, and that gives you 7 over 4. Right? So this is another method that's for the equivalence fraction method, 1 number 3/4. So many methods you could use. Find the one that is easy for you to follow and practice with speed. Alright, if you have any question, please write in the comment box or any comment. I'll be glad to hear from you. Thank you.